Ah, hello, and welcome back to Conversations with JR. Surprise. Normally when I do a podcast, I don't use the visual, I just use the audio. But today's podcast, I felt like I needed my listeners, my audience to see me while I'm talking to them about this very important subject. And I do have some notes here that I am going to be referring to. So, first thing I would like to say is happy Father's Day. Yes, I am doing this on Father's Day. I hope that all the fathers out there are being respected, being honored, and being celebrated for their contribution to the family and to this world. And I think the fathers need to fight back on this. I hear a lot of fathers saying that, oh, they don't celebrate us enough, I think you need to push back and fight back on that a little bit, because I am just saying thank you to all the fathers out there. And let's stop calling our fathers sperm donors. They are fathers. Whether they're present or not, they are fathers. So, moving on to today's topic. Today's topic is another personal topic for me because I have been struggling through something lately. And I did post about it on Facebook, but a lot of people who listen to me on YouTube, they don't subscribe to my Facebook page. But I hope that you will, after today, subscribe to my Facebook page, Conversations with JR. And what I've been struggling with lately is people like ghosting me, abandoning me, rejecting me, treating me like, how can I say this? They're treating me like, I'm a spot on their calendar. And let me start from the beginning. So from the beginning, what I did was, I've been so depressed about this and mourning about this that I was keeping it inside. And if you know anything about Conversations with JR, I created this platform as a way for us in the world, in society, men and women, to heal through the power of conversation. I believe in that. Through the power of real, open, authentic conversation. Hear what you need to hear, not what you think is being said to you, and heal through that. And so I started thinking that I am not living up to the standard that I am putting out there to everyone else. So the standard that I'm putting out there to everyone else is that I do share my personal experiences with others while I'm talking about subjects. I am no expert in any of these subjects, but what I do know is that people are out here hurting, people are out here talking, people are venting, people are depressed. It's just a whole lot going on with people, but personally, myself. So this is what I posted on Facebook a few days ago. Dear audience, I am holding myself accountable. As the creator of Conversation with JR, I'm dedicated to healing through the power of conversation and being an open book. But I have a confession. I've been caught in a vicious cycle of disappointment in my own social life. I tend to jump at the chance to connect when others reach out, but when I initiate, I'm constantly met with excuses. I'm too busy, not this weekend or another time. It hurts to realize that there are times they have time for others, but rarely for me. At the end of these rare outings, the cycle resets. It's always a casual, let's do this again. And then I do it again. I reach out, and the same game keeps repeating itself. I need you to know, when I say you to know, I need the people out there to know who are doing this, that it is emotionally and mentally damaging when you do this to others. While I navigate my own loneliness and trust issues, I am sharing this because awareness is the first step towards changing how our behavior impacts those that we say that we care about. Now, these are people who say that they're your friends, they're your BFF, they're your ride and die, and they'll be there for you. Now, listen to me. I know that people are living hectic lives and stuff is going on with people. But when you say to someone, don't be a stranger, reach out, let's get together, okay? And you open that invitation up, and then people reach out to you, okay? And you're constantly, I'm not saying every now and then, but in my case, let's talk about my case. I am constantly met with excuses, but yet you are making time for other people. So I started feeling bad. I started feeling like, is there something that I'm doing? Is there some reason why these people who normally like to be in my company, are rejecting me, are pushing me back? And then, like I said in my post, we want to connect. We are social beings. We want to connect. We want to be in a company with other people. We want a sense of belonging and connection. So when they call me up, I rarely make myself available because I want to go out. I want to socialize. I don't go out often. So I want to go out. I want to socialize. I want to make a connection. And then the cycle repeats itself. So today on Father's Day, I woke up and I did all my Happy Father's Day to the fathers and did a load of laundry, and I was feeling still beaten up about this situation. I was still feeling really down and really beaten up about this situation. And I was going to stay home and pull the covers over my head and stay in bed. I said, no, I am not going to do that. I am going to go out into the world. I'm going to be around people. I'm going to be with me. I'm going to meet me, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to enjoy the day, and I'm going to have a day, and I'm going to stop mourning over people who do not have the time for me. They're not worth my time being angry, crying, or mourning over, because guess what? At the end of the day, these same people are out there living their lives, and do you think that they're losing 1 ounce of sleep over me? No. So while I was on a train going down to Harlem, I live in New York, going down to Harlem, I started writing this poem. And it's about me. It's about seeing me, being with me, laughing with me. And so I started off by saying, since the day I become aware that certain people do not want to be in my presence, they do not desire my company. So today I said, I am going to meet me. I love it. I am going to meet me. People always say that if you don't want to be with yourself, if you don't want to be alone with yourself, then how do you expect to be with other people? Listen, I've spent years, I live alone. I've spent years traveling alone, doing a lot of things with me. But it is always good to have good company. But I find myself now having to come back to the foundation, me. Yes, to meet me. I need to stop mourning the loss of they, them, she, he, because they don't want to meet with me. It's just that simple. No, this is not about a long time with self. Instead, I am going to meet me. I am going to meet me in the flesh. I am going to see me. I'm going to talk with me. I am going to laugh with me. I am going to have adventures with me. And most of all, I am going to like me. I love it. I just love everything about it. I just started feeling the joy coming back in my life. What happened while I was writing this, I got off the train. I got off at 125th Street in front of the State Building. And boom, there we go. I met me. They had a big celebration. It's called Black on the Block. Right there in the middle of 125th Street at the Adam Clayton State building. And the DJ was in the middle, DJ was female, but this was about all female vendors. I even met the people from Black Girl Vitamins. I was so excited to meet them in person. And I bought Black Girl Vitamins. I've been wanting to buy them, but I don't want to be locked into a subscription. So I met them, I bought my vitamins. Had not I gone out there, I would have never met them. I would have never been able to get my vitamins. I hear so much about Black Girl Vitamins. I want to support the Black brands, and I want to try the vitamins because I know what collagen can do. I have been taking it and a vast improvement, but I sidetracked. And so here it is, all these booths set up, and this music, and the smell of food, and all the beautiful Black men and women out there. I would have missed out on that had I stayed home, mourning the loss, in anger, and in resentment, because I feel that when I reach out to people, they are rejecting me. I would have missed out on that. So I continue with my poem. I am going to be with me, not alone with me. I am going to see me. And this was not about a self-care day. I know self-care. Usually I have my dog, he be running around in the backyard. He's away for a couple of days. So when I send him away, I take care of me. This is not about a self-care day. This is not about a mental break. This is about something totally different. This is about how I feel and how others are making me feel, because they're not clear about what they're doing, about not wanting to accept my invitations and be in my presence. Today is the day to unburden myself from the pain, anguish, and frustration of why they don't see me as a worthy vessel. That's very important. I'm sharing this with you because there is someone out there that feels unworthy, and others are making you feel unworthy, that you are not worthy to be in their presence. You are not worthy. You are worthy. See you. Talk to you like you. Because it doesn't make any sense, and I proved that today with myself, that it doesn't make any sense to be angry talking to them, talking to yourself. They are showing you with their actions better than they're showing you with their speech. And like I said, in my case, it hasn't been just a couple of times. This is constant. I am the one reaching out with the text. I am the one that's inviting. I am the one that's doing it. And I start to feel like when they call me up, I jump at the opportunity to be with them. But I feel like, okay, they're calling me up to say, maybe they can't find anybody else to be. So I'll call Rashima because Rashima will go. She never says no. She always says yes. She's always available. Think about this. Think about what I'm saying to you. A worthy vessel to spend time with me. Time is precious. Time is important. Time is precious. When I'm in someone's presence, I respect their time. I respect the moment. I respect what we are doing and what we are engaged in. I feel like it's an important social connection. While I was sitting around stewing and my pain, wasting time, and my resentment against them, the people who I allowed, that I opened the door to in my life, who I thought, and my circle was very small, who I thought feel the same way about being in my presence as I feel about being in theirs. And I come to think now, and I've been thinking about this for about a year now. Yeah, this is how long it's been, about a year now. But it's getting to the point now where it is really starting to burden me. And I don't feel like I should be carrying around a burden like that. I didn't talk to anyone about this. I journaled. I wrote about it. I thought about it. I said, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm making too much of it, so then I started paying attention. That's what I did. I started writing down, I started journaling, and I started keeping track. You know, awareness is the road to clarity. Awareness. And I started being aware of their behavior and my behavior. And that's why I said I was caught in a vicious cycle of jumping at the chance and the opportunity to go out and be in their presence. And then when I try to reciprocate it, when I initiate an invitation, there's always an excuse. Always an excuse. But not even an excuse. It's always that they've already made plans. They made plans with this person, that person. They're going away for this weekend. It's always something. And I always say, okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it the next time. How many times can you say, okay, that's fine the next time? How many times can there be a next time? And you swallow that. And you keep swallowing it. But you have to think about your behavior also and how you are contributing to allowing people to treat you in that way. Because that's why I started looking at it. And so today was a perfect example of how I would have missed out on such a beautiful day with me, seeing me, meeting me out in Harlem today. And it was a really beautiful day. And then I even took it further. I walked from 125th Street all the way to 100th Street. Why? 100th Street in Broadway. Why? I have a little restaurant over there that I hadn't been in years. I used to go there by myself all the time. With me, not by myself. I used to take me there. I want to change the narrative. I used to take me there. And I used to walk through Harlem, walk through Columbia University. I love the walk, I love the air, I love the atmosphere, everything. I was enjoyed all the time. So while I was walking, I started thinking about how I used to be with me, take me, how I used to just enjoy that time. And sometimes I would even walk even further after I finished eating. And I would walk in the 70s and would find myself all the way down at 59th Street, down by the park. And then I started thinking about how I used to walk down. You know, the Museum Mile in New York City starts at 110th and 5th. And I used to just walk all the way down by the park because I was amazed at all the museums that they had there. And I used to visit. I was taking me. I was in my company. There was no complaints. I was with me, and I was in my own company. Now, I'm not saying that people should let other people in. You know, you enjoy yourself, you enjoy company, you enjoy girl time, husband and wife time, girlfriend and boyfriend time. But for my case, I'm talking to you today to share my experience. I don't like this, now you can see me, now you don't. And this ghosting and abandoning people. And it started wearing on me mentally and emotionally. It started a heavy burden on me. I got up and I got dressed up. I put on my makeup and my earrings and I went out there. Not to prove a point to anyone. I don't need to prove a point to anyone. I'm not pointing blames to people. I don't want the world to play the smallest violin for me. That's not the reason why I'm sharing this with you. I went out today with me. I went to meet me. Because one of the most important things and lessons that I'm going to walk away from this with is that I forgot about me. I am responsible for me. I should love me, like me, uplift me, be with me. My dog, Peanut, when he comes back, he loves me. He loves me unconditionally, and he always wants to be with me. I love it. He always wants to be with me. But this is taking me back to a time when I used to always go working out by myself. And I'm going to stop that narrative about saying by myself. And I'm going to say with me. That's what I'm going to say. Am I going to continue in this vicious cycle of people calling me up and making myself available for? No, no. No. And one by one, I am going to get a chance to meet them in person. Let them know how I'm feeling. Let them know I can no longer continue in a relationship or a friendship that is unbalanced. Maybe they're not aware of their behavior. Maybe they're not. But I am going to bring it to their attention. I owe it to me to do that. Not to blame them, not to shame them, not to put them down, not to put a heavy burden on them, but make them aware so that I can break this cycle. And maybe open the door. The door's not closed, but maybe open the door for genuine people who want to be with me. I hope that this is going to help someone out there think about their situation. Think about if you're doing this to other people. You know, life is good when you make connections, when you make good connections. Life is good. I don't think that anyone should be left on an island by themselves. There's too many people in the world for that. But let's just think about our behavior. Let's just think about how we are treating other people with our behavior. The next time someone reaches out to you and invite you out, please think about whether you're just blowing them off because you find that they're not good company for whatever the reason is. Just be truthful and let's be honest. Until the next time, I thank you for listening. Don't forget to go to my YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.